Dunedin owner-breeder Neville Cockcroft certainly showed plenty of foresight when he named his nuggety little black colt Courage Under Fire. A movie buff, Cockcroft named the colt after the war epic movie of the same name, starring Meg Ryan. The pint-sized colt, a mere 14.2 hands, had plenty to recommend him on the score of breeding, being by American Stallion in the pocket from the Vance Hanover mare, Advanced Deborah. The second foal of Advanced Deborah, which won the 1990 New Zealand Sire Stake Final, Courage Under Fire descends from a strong maternal family, which includes 1951 Inter-Dominion pacing champion, Vedette. Broken in and educated by Wayne Ross, Courage Under Fire was sold to Australian Gold Coast property developer Greg Brodie, and eventually found his way into the stables of Bruce Negus at West Melton near Christchurch. Negus, who earlier acquired Ginger Man, One Way Traffic and Franco Hat-Trick for Brodie, secured the colt on Brodie's behalf for a six-figure sum, plus contingencies. Even though Neville Cockcroft sold the colt, he still retained an interest in Courage Under Fire. Under one of the contingencies, he received 10% of the colt's winning stakes from Group 1 and Sales Series finals as a 2- and 3-year-old. Awesome in his debut year, the tiny black colt towered over his New Zealand opposition during the 1997-98 season. Courage Under Fire launched his career in a 2-year-old mobile pace at Forbury Park in Dunedin on the 24th of January 1998. Pulling his way to the front, Courage Under Fire won by half a length, rating 2.6.7 for 2,200 metres. After the race, winning reinsman Colin De Philippi declared he had never driven a horse that had raced so greenly and still won.
The straight to the 1,800 metre mark, and it's the red-hot favourite Courage Under Fire. In front by about a length and a half to 2 in second place. And then we've got the Watchman, who's hard on the leader's back. About 3 lengths further away next to Smart Homes, and another 3.5 away to As Yet. 2.5 further back then was Sir Capricorn, and 3 lengths away to Bonnie Cam at the tail of the field. To the 1,600 metre mark they go, and the horse that set the very, very fast time at Ashburton, Courage Under Fire, he shows the way and he's keeping the pace reasonably true. Courage Under Fire by a length and a half from the Watchman, who's got the drop on him and hard on the leader's back. About 2 lengths further away to the stablemate of the Watchman and Smart Homes. About 2 lengths further afield next then is As Yet. It's followed a length and a half further away to Sir Capricorn, and Bonnie Cam is last of all. They ease the tempo over that quarter. Up they work towards the 1,200 metre mark. Now they swing in, and the leader is Courage Under Fire by a length and a half from the Watchman, who's trailing the leader beautifully. About 2 lengths further away next then is Smart Homes. 2 lengths further away to As Yet. Still nothing breaks that Indian file line. Smart Homes does now from 3 back on the fence. As Yet was followed by Sir Capricorn, and last is Bonnie Cam, and must be 8 or 9 off the lead. They've gone past the post now. They're under a lap of the track out, and it's the red-hot favourite Courage Under Fire, who hasn't been pressured at all. The Watchman's been sitting right on its back, and now Smart Homes for Ellen's Beck. He gets taken up onto the leader's wheel. Sir Capricorn tracks that up and gets the 1-1 sit. As Yet is 3 deep on the fence, and Bonnie Cam is last of all. Into the back they go. They're 700 metres out from home now, and the favourite's been worked on. The favourite's been worked on, you wouldn't believe it. He's certainly not racing like $1.25 and $1.05 shot at the moment. At the 600 metre mark, Smart Homes ran past Courage Under Fire, who now rallies again with the urgings of Colin De Philippi. He got straight back onto the bit, and on the outside Smart Homes left its gear, but working up to off the back now. Courage Under Fire from now Sir Capricorn worked to second. The Watchman in third place. In here's Smart Homes having another go, and Bonnie Cam's coming with it. As Yet is working into it as well. It's a great little 2-year-old race. The 6 horses into the lane they come. What's Courage Under Fire got? He's on 1 rein coming around the bend. Courage Under Fire the inside. Sir Capricorn the outside. They're 200 out. Smart Homes having another go at them. Now the Watchman's been angled out around them. Courage Under Fire from the Watchman. In between them Sir Capricorn. Courage Under Fire. He is all courage. Courage Under Fire goes down to the line. He did everything wrong, but he'll learn a heap. Courage Under Fire beats Smart Homes and the Watchman. In behind those...
Although he won, Bruce Negus sensed something was not right with the colt. An opinion vindicated when Courage Under Fire endured a nasal discharge for 45 minutes after the race. Shaking off that brief travel bug, the colt won by just over 5 lengths at Addington in February, less than a second outside the national record, before winning twice at Addington in early April. On Anzac Day 1998, Courage Under Fire stretched his winning streak to 5 in the $180,000 Yearling Sales Series final at Addington. Courage Under Fire closed out his first season with another emphatic victory in the $150,000 ANZ Bank Sire Stake Final at Addington on the 15th of May. The Pocket Rocket cruised to a 2.5 length victory over Sire and Revenet, rating 159.6 after running his last 800 metres in 57.3 seconds.
Looking to give him a bit of a breather here. Out of money's the outside, and here's the new attacker, Sire. Sire goes up and the pace goes on at the 800 metres. Revenes is now fourth on the inside. Agent Mulder getting closer. In between horses, Zucchero, but it's retreating. Major Anvil's on its inner, and then wider out to the Watchman. The half and 63.2. But they're looking along now. Stand by your man, Echo Light, back behind those Buckland Abbey. And down on the inside of Buckland Abbey is Matter of Honour. They race out of the back, they head round the 400. And it's Courage Under Fire. Cigar's only a head away, followed by Agent Mulder. Then Revene's in the trail, right behind Courage Under Fire. The Mortals will be coming shortly. And it's Courage Under Fire, the inside Cigar. I think he might be labouring a bit off. They're all labouring. Look at Courage Under Fire. He's left them to it. Major Anvil getting through on the inside. Revene's is pulled to the outside. But as they race down, it's Courage Under Fire. Cigars holding second, Revenes and Major Anvil fighting out the miners, but Courage Under Fire and Colin de Philippi sits as still as a church mouse. Down to the line he goes, Cigar second, Photo Revenes, and up on the inside Major Anvil. They were followed a bit further back.
Turned out for a spell after 6 consecutive 2-year-old wins, Courage Under Fire stretched his unbeaten streak to 22 as a 3-year-old, including a world record 6 Derby victories. Courage Under Fire was described as potentially the greatest horse New Zealand had ever produced, following his tearaway 5 3/4 length victory in the $150,000 New Zealand Sires Final at Addington in November 1998. The colt earned further rave reviews and picked up a unique piece of harness racing history when he won the members' Golden Mile at his North Island debut at Alexandra Park in Auckland on the 11th of December. His first start on the right-handed circuit, he had to contend with a second-row draw, but cruised home by 5.5 lengths in an unbelievable 154.7, slicing a second off the New Zealand age record.
900 metres to go. Colin Butler zooms round the outside with Seafield Raider as they swing out to take the lead. That left Courage Under Fire without cover. Down on the inside now is Smart Holmes in the 1-1 is Stevie's there, followed by Highview Hotshot at the 800 metres in 57.9. They're followed then by Stylish Sweetheart, Pocket Me between them in the diagonal stripes. Then we've got Mac Destroyer, Revenes, the tail ender, about 7 or 8 lengths off this leader as they work past the 600 metres, and Colin de Philippi now elects to take the unbeaten colt to the lead. Courage Under Fire led by a length and a half to Stevie's on the outer. Seafield Raiders tucked away in the trail. Pocket Me 3 out on the outside of Smart Holmes. Highview Hotshot, then Mac Destroyer, followed by Revenes and Stylish Sweetheart at the tail of the field. Round they come, just over 250 to go in the Group 2, the members' Golden Mile, and it's Courage Under Fire. Courage Under Fire turns for home and going nicely by 2 over Seafield Raider on the outside of Stevie's. At the 150 though, out deeper, Mac Destroyer's coming home pretty well, but it's all over. Good night, Nurse. Courage Under Fire, 11 starts as cold, unbeaten. Oh, this is an easy win. Cruises to the line, Courage Under Fire. 6 lengths, Mac Destroyer second, third. I think Revenes may have just nutted Smart Holmes in that photo. They're followed by Stevie's.
The first 3-year-old to break 155 under race conditions, Courage Under Fire made it the perfect dozen when he won the $100,000 Great Northern Derby at Alexandra Park on New Year's Eve. In front, as soon as the mobile gate pulled away, Courage Under Fire was always travelling easily and drew away from his rivals to win by 5 lengths.
Into the straight they come, down past the 1200 metres now, and the leader is Courage Under Fire from Seafield Raider. Locked up in the trail is Highview Hotshot. In the 1-1 is Colonel Anvil. Down on the inside, 3 deep is Angel of the Night. They're followed down on the inside then by Mac Destroyer. Cigar's going pretty well too on the outer. In behind Cigar now is Revenes, followed by Stevie's and Smart Holmes, the tail ender, but they wheel out 900 metres to go in the Great Northern Derby. Derby, and Courage Under Fire by a length and a quarter. On the outside, Seafield Ray, the High View Hot Shots had a lovely run in the trail. No time there at the half there, followed by Colonel Anvil. Down on the inside, Angel of the Night, followed by Cigar, Mac Destroyer, Revenaires and Stevie's, and Smart Homes now looking to make ground from the tail of the field as they go down towards the 600 metres. Colin de Philippi applied a little bit more pressure. A length and a half clear. Seafield Raider down on the inside is High View Hot Shot. The leader's going well. Colonel Anvil peeling out for Barry Purdon. That forces out Cigar 4 deep. Down on the inside, Angel of the Night. At the 400 metres though, Courage Under Fire. Here comes Cigar out about 5 wide. High View Hot Shot, Colonel Anvil and Seafield Raider coming to the bend in the VG World Great Northern Derby Group 1. And Courage Under Fire, he goes for home. He exploded 2 lengths away. Cigar's coming after him, full of Mac Destroyer. High View Hot Shot, but Colin de Philippi, yes, he was only just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. This great 3-year-old's coming right away with the VG World Great Northern Derby. Courage Under Fire by 4. Cigar is second on the inside then as Stevie's running on from Mac Destroyer out wider. Maybe photos there, followed High View.
Equalling New Age Man's New Zealand record of 13 consecutive wins from debut in the $150,000 Yearling Sales Series Open Final at Alexandra Park on the 8th of January, the colt flew out of Auckland the following morning to contest a heat of the Victoria Derby at Moonee Valley on the 16th of January. Breaking the record of New Age Man when he beat Shaker Maker and Echo Light by 21 metres in his heat of the Derby, rating 158.7, Courage Under Fire was shooting for his 15th straight win when he lined up in the $100,000 Victoria Derby final a week later.
Metres away last. They have a circuit left to go, and Courage Under Fire is narrowly in front of Cellular Fella. He hasn't gone as hard as he did last week to this stage of the race. Third, the inside, Luke of Earl. Fourth, Chairman Whitby. Echo Light from near last goes up 3 wide into 5th spot. Art Scooter, the inside of Bronski Warrior. Lucky Ardrey hooks out 3 wide to get a trail on the back of Echo Light. And then Jimmy Cole, Ken Rock, and last is Johnny Wizard. 31 seconds the second quarter, and as they head into the back straight now, the leader is Courage Under Fire, and he's held together. They've got 650 metres left to go. Zooming up out 3 wide on the track to put in a big dash is Chairman Whitby. Courage Under Fire under a hold. Cellular Fella loses ground, wide as Echo Light, and then came Luke of Earl. Now they're getting serious. Courage Under Fire under double wraps, led by a head at the moment to Chairman Whitby. Off the back straight in 28.6. Courage Under Fire, the leader, rounding the turn for Colin de Philippi. He holds him together 2 metres to Chairman Whitby. Luke of Earl kicking back on the inside, but away he goes. Courage Under Fire 6 metres clear. Luke of Earl battling on well, and then came Chairman Whitby, but it's Courage Under Fire with 100 to go. 15 starts and 15 wins, and the superstar Mighty Mouse does it again. And it's Courage Under Fire by 10 metres to Luke of Earl. Chairman Whitby a terrific run third.
That Derby victory saw Courage Under Fire equal another long-standing New Zealand record. Noodlum's streak of 15 consecutive race wins, set between April and September of 1974. Courage Under Fire claimed the record outright when he had little more than a walk in the park to win the $60,000 Flying Stakes at Addington at the end of March, rating 156.7 in his 3 3/4 length victory.
They race their way past the pavilion, head into the back to the 1,000 metres now. And Cigar, the leader, he's been running bridesmaid to Courage Under Fire right throughout his career, but he's leading this field. Into the back he goes by about a length from Foden Holmes, more speed going on. Followed by Stevie's. Courage Under Fire's now nicely spotted in the 1-1. Surfing the net, the inside. Outside that's Waitaki Warrior. And Colonel Anvil down inside the half in 60.8. Now the speed on. The Cigars leading them by a long neck to half a length. He races down the back just clear. Over on the outside is Foden Holmes getting every chance. Stevie's. Courage Under Fire next, the outside still travelling nicely enough. Surfing the net, the inside. Next is Waitaki Warrior. And a length and a half further back to Colonel Anvil. They're starting to really speed now as they come past the 400 metres. Cigar the leader. Foden Holmes outside, followed by Stevie's getting every chance. Now Courage Under Fire. Colin de Philippi angles him out 3 wide. He comes round them further back to Waitaki Warrior surfing the net. And Colonel Anvil, Cigar, but Courage Under Fire's led loose. And he leans forward and he goes clear. Coming late the outside Waitaki Warrior. But it's all Courage Under Fire. 16 without loss. A new Zealand sequence record. Congratulations, Greg Brodie, Bruce Negus and Colin de Philippi. Outstanding performances and 16 in a row. Wonderful work.
A week later, Courage Under Fire made it 17 straight when he captured the $125,000 New Zealand Derby at Addington. Taken straight to the front by Colin De Philippi, the colt turned the classic into a procession, scoring by 4 lengths, running his final 800 metres in 56.2 seconds.
On their way round the turn, 30.8. They seem to be doing it so effortlessly, but they've gone through in 30.8, which is as good as anything goes through the first quarter. They race into the back, 1,000 metres to run now. Courage Under Fire. Colin De Philippi leans a little further forward in the sulky. Now surfing the net, the outside still nicely held by Kevin Townley, followed then by Colonel Anvil the inside and Solberge the outer. The Waitaki Warrior and Cigar, the next pair, and Stevie's. They're at the 800. How will the half tick over? They go down the back, 61.1. So that quarter not so quick. Down the back they travel though, and with 700 to go, Courage Under Fire. A length and a quarter clear. Colin De Philippi still has a pretty good hold of him, surfing the net the outside. Colonel Anvil's had the dream run. There's Solberge going up on the outside. She's being tracked around wider out by Stevie's in the centre, Cigar and Waitaki Warrior. They bunch over about 4 lengths and the speed's really on here. Courage Under Fire and Colin De Philippi gives him freedom, and round the corner he comes. Courage Under Fire's put 4 lengths over them, and as they swing for home, 200 to go, Colonel Anvil holding second. Then with Waitaki Warrior, wider out Stevie's, and further back in the race Solberge, but Courage Under Fire. He's got the Derby parcelled up, tied and knotted, and down to the post, the pocket rocket. He's out by 3 lengths. Courage Under Fire. A good race, Colonel Anvil after a dream run, followed home by Waitaki Warrior, Stevie, Solberge. Cigar broke up coming around the bend.
Chalking up win number 18 in a preview of the New South Wales Derby at Harold Park, Courage Under Fire looked to hold a mortgage on the $100,000 Blue Riband event a week later, after drawing perfectly in Gate 3. The colt made it 19 out of 19, but not before giving Connections a few scares after being headed out of the gate by Sir Guinness and then being snookered on the pegs. In the end, however, Courage Under Fire was in his usual spot, all by his lonesome at the head of the field.
It's been a very stressful first lap for horse and driver here. I speak of Courage Under Fire, but he's happier now away from the pegs. It's Sir Guinness jogging along in front. Second on the inside is Doc's Mistake, and left without cover now is Live in Fear. Over on the inside as they work along the back there came Waitaki Warrior. Courage Under Fire in a 1-1 trail on the outside of Just OK, and last of all is Waitaki Warrior as they leave the back straight now at the 1200 metre mark, and the leader is Sir Guinness 4 metres in front of Doc's Mistake. Third on the outside is Live in Fear, and over on the inside is Waitaki Warrior. Courage Under Fire, he's relaxing better now on the outside, followed by Just OK, and last of all is Waitaki Warrior. They've got 1,000 metres left to go in the Nestle Peters New South Wales Derby, with Courage Under Fire looking for 19 out of 19, and who would have expected him to be sitting in a 1-1 trail here? It's Sir Guinness, the leader, from Live in Fear. Doc's Mistake is third. Courage Under Fire is fourth on the outside. He's travelling on the bit. Next on the inside, as they go to the back, was Waitaki Warrior, followed further back on the inside by Just OK, and last of all is another con at the 600. This leader slipped away. Sir Guinness, he's 5 metres, Doc's Mistake. Now, Courage Under Fire being called upon by De Philippi. He's giving the leader about 15 metres start. It's Sir Guinness off the back, 5 metres, Doc's Mistake. Now, Courage Under Fire's running up to third. Next on the inside, Waitaki Warrior. At the 400, Sir Guinness, 3 metres, Courage Under Fire. He's coming up on the outside with a strong run. On the turn at the 200, Sir Guinness led. Courage Under Fire quickly got level. Courage Under Fire, he's come to save the day. Mighty Mouse is on his way, going for 19 in the New South Wales Derby. Courage Under Fire dashed away from Sir Guinness. Then Doc's Mistake and Just OK down the outside. Courage Under Fire is clear. He is an absolute champion. This is one of the best you'll ever see. Courage Under Fire won by 10 metres, Just OK. Doc's Mistake held on for third, ran a cheeky race.
During the course of that New South Wales Derby campaign, owner Greg Brodie had to think long and hard before refusing an offer that reached $2.5 million for his wonder colt. His fourth Derby in the bag, Courage Under Fire headed north for the Queensland Derby at Albion Park in the first week of July. In a pipe opener for the Queensland Classic, Courage Under Fire made it 20 wins straight with an unbelievable performance to win over a mile at the Gold Coast. Burning out from a wide draw, Courage Under Fire ran the first quarter in an unprecedented 26.7 seconds. before cruising home by nearly 50 metres. His time of 1:54.9 smashed the all-age track record and took a staggering 0.6 of a second off the Australian 3-year-old record. Next on the agenda was the $50,000 Queensland Derby. Once again, the result was the same. Courage Under Fire first, Daylight second.
Of all, first quarter of the last mile, 29 and 6, and De Philippi is holding Courage Under Fire together. 2.50's actually got the head in front on the outside as they go by the winning post. My Way of Thinking is third. Spring Grove left is fourth. 1-1 Suncola. He's having the toughest run of his life out 3 wide. Then Bronski Warrior over on the inside. Drop Dead Gorgeous between runners. Punkarama trailing 3 wide. Then came Aussie Dan, Midnight Bronze, and the Watchman is last, no more than 6 lengths off the speed. 30.5 the second quarter, 60.1 the half. The crowd's waiting. They're waiting for De Philippi to let loose on the rein. Suncola actually went to second. My Way of Thinking was third, and then came at the head of the others Punkarama, followed by Bronski Warrior. 2.50 gone, then Drop Dead Gorgeous, followed by the Watchman. Well back in the field came Midnight Bronze, and Aussie Dan is towards the tail. They're at the 400 metres. Courage Under Fire's in front by a head. He still hasn't let him go. He's looking for 21 straight wins and Derby win number 5. Now he's about to get busy. Then came My Way of Thinking, followed by Drop Dead Gorgeous, and further back came Punkarama. Third quarter, 29.7 around the home corner, and now he goes for Courage Under Fire, heading down the straight from My Way of Thinking. This is your moment. Live with it, folks. Away he goes. He's the best thing in the world tonight. Courage Under Fire. We salute you, little champion. Thanks for the privilege. My Way of Thinking second, Bronski Warrior third. Then came
Equalling Tactile's long-standing record of 5 Derby wins, which has stood for 3.5 decades, Courage Under Fire then headed south for his final race of the season, the $100,000 Australian Derby at Moonee Valley on the 24th of July. Billed as a 2-horse clash between Courage Under Fire and Shaker Maker, with Reveille thrown in for good measure, the race lived up to all the pre-race hype. Once again, it was the usual story. The little Kiwi colt completely outclassed his rivals, leading throughout to win by 11 metres at a 1:56.5 mile rate for 2,540 metres, a world record for a pacer in a race beyond 2,400 metres.
6 metres, the first quarter in 29.2, so they're going at a super pace here, heading down the straight with 1,100 metres to go, quickly hooking out Shaker Maker. He's zoomed up, goes up to second with a lap to go. Third, Lucky Ardrey. In fourth spot, Chairman Whitby. Springwell feeling the pinch a bit. Then Reveille, Waitaki Warrior, Luke of Earl. Second last, Cellular Fella. And Seafield Quest has had enough and drops out of it. Seafield Raider at the tail of the field. 800 metres to go. Courage Under Fire in front. 2 metres to Shaker Maker. Third, Lucky Ardrey. Chairman Whitby fourth. Reveille zooming up 3 wide. Second quarter in 30.5. Along the back they head. It's Courage Under Fire, 3 metres. Shaker Maker second. Lucky Ardrey third. Reveille's out 3 deep, and then Chairman Whitby off the pegs. They beat off Waitaki Warrior, then came Luke of Earl. Courage Under Fire heading off the back, nearing the 400 metres. 2.5 metres to Shaker Maker. Out 3 wide, Reveille still coming. Then came Lucky Ardrey, Chairman Whitby. Courage Under Fire finds though. De Philippi asked for something, and the little mighty Adam found it too. He answers, bounding away. 6 metres in front. Third quarter, 28.7. Shaker Maker sticks on. Reveille to the outside, but it's Courage Under Fire at the 150. 22 starts, 22 wins coming up, 6 derbies and a super horse, a champion. Courage Under Fire wins the Derby, the Express Post Australian Derby by 10 metres. Courage Under Fire first, Reveille second, Shaker Makers run third. Then Luke of Earl, Lucky Ardrey, Chairman Whitby.
His work completed for the season, Courage Under Fire returned home to New Zealand with a record of 16 wins for the season. Courage Under Fire banked $898,588 from his 22 straight wins, and Connections now have their sights on San Simeon's Australasian record of 29 consecutive victories.